Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather and welcome back to the 12 Cookies of Christmas. Today's cookie is a good one. This one comes to us from Ellsworth Air Force Base, South Dakota. Her name is Laurie. Laurie, you are the MVP. Laurie has put up with me for 25 years. And I say that because when she first brought these cookies to the Airman's Cookie Drive, I was in love. I love this cookie. It has everything you would want in a cookie. It has oatmeal, which I love oatmeal cookies. It has M&Ms, it has peanut butter, it has chocolate chips, literally everything you could want in a cookie. You'd think that I would save that recipe so that I could make it in future years. And in theory, I think I did save it, but I lost it like every third year or so. I would contact her and be like, hey, Laurie, send me over that recipe. And she would. I saw her last year. She gave it to me then too. Did I keep? I did not. I don't know where it went. It's like a monster. It just disappears. So I asked her for it again this year because I'm going to put it to the internet. The internet is forever, right? So I'm going to have this recipe forever now because I'm making a video on it. This monster cookie is delicious. So let's get started. What you're going to need is half a cup of butter, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of light brown sugar, half a cup of peanut butter, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 1/4 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 cups of M&Ms, 1/2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. We are gonna get all of our sugars into our bowl of our stand mixer. So put your butter in, we're gonna cream it 3 minutes. All right, and just before that's done, we're gonna go ahead and mix the dry ingredients. So we're gonna take our flour, our baking soda, our baking powder, our salt, and we're going to mix in our oats. Perfect. All right, we're gonna push stop. We are gonna get the peanut butter in. If you can't do peanut butter, just do any nut butter that you can do. And we're gonna turn that on again, get that nice and mixed. Make sure I see it coming off the sides. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and add my egg and my vanilla. I'm gonna turn it off though. Okay, I'm gonna give that a good mix. I am gonna scrape it down once because I wanna make sure that all the ingredients get incorporated well. Scraping down is just a good practice, even if you have a really, really nice mixer. I mean, I have the Pro Series here. I just like scraping it down because then I'm positive that all of my ingredients are being incorporated correctly. All right, the time is now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add all of the dry into the wet, but we are only going to mix until it is just mixed together. So don't overmix your flour or else you're gonna have tough cookies. Now we're just looking for that moment when all of the, done, when all the dry ingredients disappear. There it is. There it is. 10 seconds. And we are going to get this off. All right, make sure you line your pan with a piece of parchment paper, but this is what it should look like. Kind of loose, but definitely sticking together. We're gonna add all of our chocolate chips and all of our M&Ms. If you are using nuts, there are some of these monster cookies that suggest optional nuts. I am okay with nuts in my cookies, but Laurie's recipe does not have nuts, so I mean, it has peanut butter, but it just doesn't have nuts. So look at how beautiful those are. Now, just like any good cookie dough, this is gonna have to go into the refrigerator so that they don't into a mess. However, we're gonna put them in balls before they go into the refrigerator, and I don't want that big thing in my refrigerator. So I'm gonna cover a smaller pan, and I'm gonna use a couple spoons, and we are going to dollop out about, well, It's really up to you, depending on how big you want your cookies to be, but I seem to remember them being quite big dough balls. So do your best. Remember that people are going to love you forever when you give them this cookie. So don't be stingy, but also don't make them too big so they can't cook. You know, sometimes I think it's a real bummer when cookies have to go into the refrigerator, but then when I don't put them in the refrigerator and I cook them, I'm sad because they don't quite turn out. So just put them in the refrigerator. Oh, I also have a tip for you. If you don't care what the cookies look like, it doesn't matter. But if you are one of those people who loves cookies to look beautiful, save back a couple M&Ms so that you can push the M&Ms on the top right after they come out of the oven. All right, that made a little bit more than a baker's dozen. It made 15. So yeah, I'm gonna get those into the refrigerator for about 25-30 minutes. Okay, out of the refrigerator, they have come, and we're gonna put 6 on a tray. They're gonna be huge. So actually, I might only put 4 on the tray. Now, it is important that when you cook these, you only cook them to just set. So don't overcook them. They'll continue to cook on the pan, and you're gonna leave them on the pan until they are completely cooked. So into the oven, 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. But remember, just until they're set. All right, see you in a few. Oh my goodness, they're out and they're so cute. Look at how cute these are. Look at this beautiful monster cookie. Oh yeah, let's break into it. Ready? Oh my goodness. It's still a little warm, but I can't help it. I can't help it. It's so gooey, so delicious. So soft. It's very different from other cookies in the sense of that peanut butter really does keep it nice and moist. If you've never had a monster cookie, it's time for you to try it. My goodness. The peanut butter in that just knocks it out of the park. And the chocolate and the fluffiness and the gooiness. Oh, it's such a good cookie. If you've never had a monster cookie, you need to go ahead and try this. All right, you guys. Well, that's it for me. If you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Right now, I'm doing the 12 cookies of Christmas. So if you have a favorite cookie, leave me a comment and tell me. That might be my next cookie. You never know. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with another cookie. Bye.